situation where I would like to talk about a ministry that is in charge of that here in Nigeria. Here in Nigeria, we have a Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management, and Social Intervention Program. We have been able to look at what they do and try to decipher, are they doing enough? Are they getting enough to be able to do enough? And then we find out one thing, that typical Nigerians, rather than saying thank you for doing a good job and pray for them to improve on it, all we do is come up with negative vibes, negative ideas, negative fake news. Take, for instance, the case that happened earlier when palliatives, cash palliatives were being disbursed. Some non-thinkers went on air and said, oh, look here, they were stacking money on the streets and doling money out. And I told some people that are sensible enough to listen. I said, look here, if you go to a POS kiosk, what is that person doing? That person is selling raw cash to you at 100 naira. So it depends on the cash the person has that he is going to sell to you at a premium. That was what they did. The people had access to whatever card they have, but they need the cash, like you do with the POS, to access it. Let's move further from that. There are cases of school feeding. Nigerians were saying, no, it's false. I didn't see anything. That was because they didn't look closely. We did a survey, we ran a check, and then we saw what happened. But rather than Nigerians giving them, oh, you've tried, but this is my advice, you can do better along these lines. These are things, I guess, a day like this should make us do some more. Let us reflect on ourselves. Let us say thank you for the people doing the job. I keep saying one thing, that when it comes to empathy, the female curator has an aptitude for human empathy. We men, we tend to be a little bit, maybe carefree, but women have what is called empathy. Go to the IDP camps. You will find women there and their kids. Where are their husbands? Where are their brothers? They're gone. Either they're dead or they're gone. So that is why when I looked at what that ministry is doing and the fact that it is being run by a woman, I now factor in the element of female empathy and the work they've done so far.
All right, while we eulogize the government agency or the ministry for providing humanitarian service, let's look at individual level. Bola, Bakare, a member of the civil society and president of Truth to be Told Network. Well, yeah. You've been able to tell some truth.
Oh, thank you.
Discussion so far. But let's come back to the government. Let's see, how is the government's impact when it comes to providing humanitarian services? For instance, we know we have NEMA there, especially when there is issues of flooding and other disasters. They come out to see how to help. But the problem we're having now in the country, that most Nigerians believe that their response are always coming too late. For instance, the rainy season is already here.
Yes.
And you find out that we only wait until when there is a flood, then we see them coming into action. What should be done in times like this? Do we wait until when there are disasters before we start responding?
No, we don't. No, we don't. The thing is, I'll tell you this for free. In most cases, these agencies send out information, not just on the national level. There is NEMA, there is SEMA. NEMA is the national, SEMA is the state. They keep on sending information. We are going to have rains between these months. If you are living along the floodplains, kindly move away from there. If you are in a situation where the flood will get to you, relocate yourself. My brother, in most cases, Nigerians don't listen. When the flood comes, when the rains come, the deluge and the flooding comes, they will say, oh, Nigeria is not doing anything for us. If you check for the past months, NEMA has been passing out information. These places are floodplains. Kindly relocate. SEMAs, state emergency management agencies, are saying the same thing. I can say one thing about Lagos because that's my base. They keep saying, you that are living this place, that place, this place, that place, for God's sake, move away. The flood will get to you. People, you won't believe it, build houses on floodplains. People build houses on stormwater ways. Even in Abuja, that is well planned. You will find some people that call themselves rich men. They go and build their multi-billion houses on waterways. What do you say about that? That brings us to the fore of what I said earlier, that Nigerians don't listen to information, and when disaster strikes, in most cases, that is why it is called disaster. In some cases, you don't even know. There is no way you will know. Imagine a situation, you have a place now where there hasn't been any rain for 6 months or 9 months. And all of a sudden, there is a downpour that becomes a deluge. My brother, that is a disaster. Nobody is ready for it. That is why some things are called natural disasters. Some are called disasters that you can manage. And there are situations where the disaster would not get to you if and only if you had listened to information from the right quarters.
Well,